What's up everyone, we have another test. This time it is Norton and Avira, and it's the first test for them in 2023. So we'll have Norton on the left and Avira on the right. We can quickly have a look at Norton settings. So under advanced, pretty much everything's enabled. And we go to the main settings. Okay, auto protect is on. Behavior advanced mode is automatic. Go to scan and risks. Everything is basically on. Aggressive for the heuristics to give it a better chance. And yeah, that's about it. Data protector. Script control. Okay, set to block. And that's updates. Okay, circuit firewall. Firewall is on default. Didn't change anything here. Okay, intrusion and browser protection. Okay, pretty much default. Anti-spam, we're obviously not testing. Exploit prevention, everything is set to on. Save cam, not using, there is no cam, but it is on in case there is a malware trying to tamper with that. And yeah, so nice, quick and easy. Let's have a quick look at Avira. Okay, so on the security, okay, we selected scan all files, archives as well. There's one exclusion, and that's for the script. Protection options, also archives, network drives, that same exclusion again. Web protection, we selected all threat categories. And yeah, that's about it. Not much that you actually can change in Avira. Yeah, that actually went rather quick. So let's get the nasties extracted and let's get this test started. And just like that, we are back. Okay, so we have 2,744 samples on each side, and obviously the samples are application files, or the majority of them are application files, as you guys can see. Then we obviously have Office documents, we have ISO images, PowerShell scripts, zip files, and all of that. So we have quite a variety of malware. Okay, so let's quickly make sure that these products are up to date. The only trick with Avira is you can only check for updates, I think, if the real-time protection is on, I think. Okay, let's switch it on. Okay, failed to update. That's not good. Okay, failed to update. That's kind of odd. Not sure why it's not checking for updates, but it did update an hour ago. Okay, let's enable Norton. Okay, that's very odd. I'm not sure why Avira is not checking for updates. So enable auto protect. Let's close it and reopen it, maybe that helps. Okay, there it's updating. Seems it was just maybe a little bit of a bug, but it is updating. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Okay, before we start, let's make sure that the machines are clean. Okay, so no funny business. Okay, Norton is updated. Okay, let's just wait for Avira and then we'll start the test. Okay, so Avira is finally up to date. Didn't take that long. So just to show you guys again, in case you're wondering if I fiddled with Norton, you guys will see that everything is pretty much still as it was. And then advance. Okay, so as you guys can see, Norton is still the way I left it. In case someone has some doubts, I'm just showing this again. Okay, same with Avira. Haven't touched anything. Okay, so I think that's good. I think that all doubt has been settled. Okay, so now it's time for the website test. Ta-da. Good. So let's see what happens. Let's minimize that one. Okay, it's just starting to open. Yep, so Norton is already complaining about an attack. We blocked an attack for web info stealer. Ooh, so that was an info stealer. That's nasty. Don't want an info stealer on your machine. Okay, so info stealer. Okay, intrusion attempt from their IP, so that's good. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that's good to see. I think the majority of the links that I used today, I think it's just EXEs, and I think a couple of library files, and here and there maybe a phishing website. Okay, so there's an Avira blog page. Okay, so a couple of Avira blog pages, so that's good to see. Okay, I think that's done. Nice, quick and easy. Let's see if anything is in our downloads folder. Downloads. Wow, okay, cool. I would say this is a tie. None of the malicious files were able to download or create any temporary files. So yeah, so that's good. I would say that's a tie. So good results from them both. But I think the test that you guys are more interesting is obviously the anti-malware side. Let's move these two to the side so we can see a little bit better. Okay, so let's quickly see if there's any weird malware running. Okay, so for Avira we already have, okay, those two closed down. Let's see what this 51 is about, and this 50. Nothing for Norton, so that's good. Let's see what Virus Turtle has to say about these nasties. Okay, so we've seen these ones quite a lot, as you guys saw from the previous test. Okay, there's a PowerShell trying to be naughty. Okay, let's go back. Funny enough, it is recognized by Avira, so that's pretty odd. And as you guys can see, it actually did close down. So it was in memory for just a short period, and then it was killed off. Let's see this 38. It's a fairly medium score of vendors. Okay, so also Avira is aware of this one. Maybe it takes a while for Avira to kill it off, but as you can see, it's still running. That's pretty odd. Unless it's one of these error messages that I need to close and then it will die out. Maybe it's that. Let's see. Yeah, okay, cool. So it cleared out because of the error message, so that's good. So Avira is actually actively blocking those threads. Let's see what this batch file is going to do. Oh, here's a UAC pop-up. I actually need to disable UAC. Okay, batch is extracted. Okay, so far nothing is really running on the Norton machine, so it's good to see. So it's off to a good start. Avira is a little bit more interactive, but so far only one that's running. I think it's this one. Okay, so far so good for Norton by the looks of it, but obviously this test has only started. It can turn around in a blink of an eye, as you guys have seen. So it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Okay, let's close all these gazillions. Okay, let's install that one, let's see what happens. So yeah, as you guys know, I'd just like to show you guys a bit on how the malware looks like, what's happening. Okay, there's that same batch file. That thing looks like a banana. Nope, I'm not sure. Okay, so Avira wants to restart. I hate it when they do this so early in the test. I'm not going to restart, I'm going to wait till the end of the test. Hopefully it can survive that. Any ransomware type of scenarios that we can actually reboot. But I'm definitely not going to restart now. I'm going to be like a normal user and just say no, ignore. I don't want to do it now. Okay, we'll close that, purchase. Yeah, this totally looks legit. Close that. Norton is waiting for me, sorry. Oh, I think I'm just going to disable UAC. Okay, so the UAC I'm going to disable, so don't worry about that. That won't be malware unless there was a malware later on that's going to do that for me. But I'm just going to disable it for now, just to save a bit of time. Oops, not uninstall a program, idiot. So I'm trying to do too many things at the same time. Okay, so as you can see, it's still an admin account. Okay, pre-installed, yes. Because sometimes you have to read the messages quite clearly, because sometimes it wants to restart. I've had that before, but just by clicking on something, and it's like, the machine is restarting. So it pays to read. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna disable the UIC now. But yeah, as you guys can see, there is quite interesting things happening. Low amount of malware for Avira. This is a fairly low score one. Let's quickly check it before I let you guys go. Okay, so funny enough, only Google and Grindsoft, so only not so very popular vendors that know about this. So yeah, so that's quite interesting. Okay, let me deal with this, guys. I'll show you guys if there's anything weird or funky happening, but for now let me deal with these pop-ups and malware, and I'll come back to you as soon as the test is done. Okay, so I'm just pointing out that Avira is restarting on its own. I'll let you guys know if there's anything weird, otherwise I will just continue the test. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, so this test has gone completely the opposite of what I thought it would be. So as you guys can see, Norton seems to be in a fairly good condition, which is kind of odd. Okay, we can't seem to close that. Okay, so we're just gonna apply all. Okay, so the problem that we have is we have ransomware infection on the Avira machine, but funny enough it doesn't seem like we have it on the Norton machine. So obviously this is a family feud, so brother versus stepbrother. Let me just quickly see what type of malware or ransomware this is. Okay, sorry guys, that took like forever to finally get a page that was working, so I think malware might be interfering with DNS or something. Okay, so it seems like it stopped Deja Vu again. I think it's similar to the one that we had on AnLab. So yeah, so it seems like it is a variant of Deja Vu. So that's very sad to see. So yeah, as you guys can see, documents, if we can get there. Obviously the machine is extremely slow now because of the encryption, so we just have to be a little bit patient. Okay, so while we wait for, we'll restart now with Norton. Okay, so as you guys can see, documents are encrypted, pictures are encrypted as well, and then obviously we have stuff on the desktop. Process Explorer wasn't opening. I think it might have been Avira that was stopping it. So we have a couple of things here we can't close, but yeah, so you guys can see there's a couple of things running. There's another one, another one, another one. So yeah, we have quite a couple of things running here, as you guys can see. So it's not looking good at all. Startup items, we obviously have a couple of startup items. Now let's have a look at Norton. Startup items, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Yep, still valid. Text file, app data roaming. Okay, so we've got a couple of startups. Currently we do have a couple of malware that's running. Let's look at these ones with low detection rates. Okay, seems Opera is our default browser. Let's just deny this. Most probably someone that wants to have remote access. Okay, so WebRoot and Acronis. I think I clicked on one that was clean. Google, Microsoft. So yeah, so there's quite a couple of fairly new ones it seems. Let's just close all of this stuff. Okay, these ones will close out with the reboot. Okay, so I'm gonna select restart for them both so that they can do their thing. Once they're up and running, I'll do the full scans and then we'll look at the results. Okay, so the final scans are done except for Avira. It's been stuck on this library file for almost an hour. I don't think it is actually going anywhere. I've already scanned with Norton, quarantined the thread, so I'm just going to cancel this and see if we can quarantine what we found, because it's just stuck on this file now for a very long time. It seems like it's not cancelling as well. See if it's maybe not a glitch like it was with the update. Okay, so this is not looking good, guys. It's not cancelling the scan either. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for a couple more minutes and then I'll decide what I'm gonna do with this. Can you believe it that it will get stuck on 100%, guys? Like, come on, like seriously. It's like it's there, it's just not doing anything. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna give Avira one more chance. I'm gonna restart the machine, do a full scan. If it gets stuck again, I'm just gonna leave it. So I'm gonna give it one more try and then we'll see what happens. And we're back, everyone. I thought I'll give Avira some adequate time to do the scan, but yet again it is stuck on this file. So I am not gonna give or waste any more time. I'm giving Avira the chance to do its scan, so I'm just gonna completely stop it. Okay, so Norton is obviously done 1,000 years ago. I'm gonna restart them both again, and then I'm just gonna jump into the third-party opinion scans, and then we will wrap this test up. And we are back. Okay, so time to look at the results. With Norton, seems like we only have 2 malware that are still on the desktop. I think there's one that I wasn't able to delete, so it picked up 2 for some reason. With Avira, we got a temp, roaming, and then program files, obviously things that are installed, and temp again. So definitely malware outside the normal locations. Let's look at MSIsoft on this side. Okay, so app data local, so there's a JavaScript. Come on, don't be shy, show it. Thinks that one is a bit shy, so there's a Windows startup, JavaScript, so we have a couple of startup items. And then roaming, and then underneath my profile directly, we have these text files or something, can't see. Yeah, so there's a couple of things there, and then scheduled tasks. Okay, we'll close that one. Obviously no MSIsoft for Avira as it was encrypted. Let's look at ESET. Hey, so 5 on each side, so that's pretty interesting. Oh, need to click on that one, sorry. Okay, program files, free zip. So that's the program that installed, so it's clean by deleting. It says it's a keylogger, so it's a little naughty program, pretending who it's not to be, like a spy or an assassin. Okay, local temp, and then there's an auto start. Okay, so we have that. No, I don't want this, go away. Sure, be gone. Okay, 3-zip, and then a couple of things here. So yeah, okay, cool. So we'll close that. Close and close. What's left? Oh, we have Komodo on this side. Quick or smart scan. Okay, didn't find anything. That's the UAC that I disabled. And then I think Malwarebytes is the last one. Okay, so locations, app data. So there's a shortcut. There's a text file. Malware. And then a couple of registry keys, and then startup items. Avira is a little bit more. Okay, so obviously have program files, so we have that funny program that installed, which is naughty. Then we've got a couple of program data, Java, log files, a folder. Okay, program data still. We should have a couple of registry keys at least. Yeah, so we have got a couple of registry keys. Okay, so we'll close that. Okay, that's closed. And then here you can see the startup items that obviously it was talking about, because we have all these notepad files. And then we've got this thingy here. No, go away. Then we've got Opera problems. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at our startup items. Okay, so we have a startup item here, it's still functioning, so that's the startup items that the third-party programs reported. Adobe, there's that SIM card thingy from Siemens. Properties, another JavaScript. I think that was a VB script, what was it? No, it was Java. Okay, so we've got a couple of startup items here, which is not ideal, and they all seem to be functioning, so not removed from Norton. Not so much with Avira. Yeah, so not that much with Avira, but obviously I did stop the test as soon as it got ransomware infection. So Norton did execute a couple of hundred more malware than Avira. So there might have been more startup items for Avira if we did complete the test, but also I couldn't. The majority of my samples were already encrypted. We'll close that. Okay, let's see if there's anything. Server name. Let's remove that. And then, no, I don't want that. And we do that. Same on this side. Okay. Could be blocked because of my firewall, or it could be because these machines have some issues. Okay, so we'll just have to spot them manually with the eye. So there's the support client that was used at 787. That's one of the things that starts up, I think, as well. Oh yeah, I actually see now the machines that have internet connection. That could be because of my network. I was working on my network previous, so that could be because of me, so sorry for that. Hence why I mentioned maybe my firewall. Okay, okay, so then obviously we've got these scripts, the notepads. So yeah, we've got a couple of things here. They might not be malware itself. I'm not sure about this. I don't think the machine is going to see internet. So let's maybe see if we can do virus total score. And then, yeah, so as you guys can see, we have a couple of stuff that's running that's not supposed to run, but it's not to say that they are malicious. Avira, let's see what's happening here. Nothing I can really spot. That this thing open now. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so let's look at our files for all time's sake. Documents seems good. Documents on Avira is not good. Pictures. Okay, so pictures on the left seems good, and intact pictures on the right is the opposite. Let's maybe have a quick squeeze if there is something, or what we can see. Ooh, not control. Control. So let's maybe see if we can spot programs on the programs, and then we'll see if we can maybe spot a additional user account. Sometimes they do create new user accounts. So obviously we have this program. There's the password unlocker, that was the keylogger, and then a couple of Javas, and yeah, Opera. Same program, Zippy, and recovery. Okay, so we have a couple of programs here. Just gonna see if we can quickly spot it here. If not, then I'm just gonna leave it. But yeah, as you guys can see, Norton definitely did much better. Sorry for that. Let's quickly see if there's any other user accounts. Okay, doesn't seem like any additional accounts were created. And yeah, I think this is the end of this test, guys. So yeah, let's quickly recap at the results. So Norton, this is a first. It actually pretty much survived the test, which I'm actually pretty chuffed with. So that's good to see from Norton. Norton, in my mind, as I'm sitting here, I'm picturing it as one of those little puppies that run and you throw like at a stick, and it brings the stick back and like, hey, good boy, and like, oh, you're so chuffed with your puppy doing a little retrieval for you, and you're so happy and chuffed. So that's kind of how I see Norton. It's like that, good boy. So yeah, Norton did much better than normal, but obviously not without its own problems. There's definitely startup items. You can see our wallpaper turned black. So there's definitely some interaction with malware with the system, but not in a bad shape. You can just obviously copy your data and just reload the machine, or if you wanted to trust that, you can just use third-party scanners to clean the machine, but obviously you will only know about the malware that the products can actually detect. You don't know if there's anything else hidden. Avira, total fail, unfortunately. So it seems like the stepbrother is not good as the original one. So maybe you're better off with Norton than Avira in this test. But obviously we'll retest them, and maybe the results will be different. But yeah, Norton did definitely better than Avira. Sad to see that Avira failed, and yeah, Norton did better than the previous test. I'm actually quite happy to see that. Maybe they are improving, better signatures, better detections, and there was a couple of program updates, so I had to apply reboot, so there was a couple of program updates I had to do, and yeah, maybe it was that, I don't know, but better result from Norton, not a clean slate, but definitely better. Avira, unfortunately, that's a fail, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's quite a lot of requests that I still need to get to, so I'll eventually get to your request. If you do see that I'm not making a video of your request, just maybe remind me again, please. And yeah, that is that for now. I'll be working on some more tests pretty soon, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and then I'll catch you guys in the next test.